today I'm going to be sharing an Empties video with you. If you're not familiar with what an Empties video is, basically I'm going to go through the products that I've used up in the last month or month and a half or so and share with you guys whether I would repurchase it or not and why. So essentially just a bunch of little mini reviews. I love Empties videos. They are some of my favorite to film and I love to watch them as well. So if you guys are interested in seeing more, I have a playlist. I think this is like volume 31 or something like this. I've done one pretty much every month since I started my channel, so I'll leave that linked here if you want to check out that playlist. I like watching Empties videos. I think it's just interesting to see the things that you've used up and what people think of them after they've used the entire thing. I like to sort my empties into categories, so I'm going to start with makeup. I do have one item that I'm decluttering that I did not use up all the way, and that is the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Foundation. I did a review on this when I first got it, which I'll leave linked here if you guys are interested in checking it out. I got this and it's way too dark for me. I think I got it for like $1 or something because it was on clearance. I had like a 20% off coupon or something. There was lots of sales happening when I bought this. It was fine. I didn't end up using it because it was so dark and I just never reached for it, and I know they reformulated it, so there's something different. The nice thing about this one, it had a pump. I never used it, and I've had it for at least like 2 years now, so it's probably just time for it to go. Next up, I used up a brow gel. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel. This is just the clear one. I got this in like an Ipsy or Birchbox or something to that effect, and then I have another one now, so I'm getting rid of this one because I've had it for over 6 months. I like this gel. I think it's good. It really keeps your hairs in place, so especially when my eyebrows are getting a little bit longer and I need to get them waxed really bad, this is a good thing to use so that they're not quite so unruly. It is very intense though. Like when I take it off at night, I can still feel that it's there, so that's just something to be aware of. I would never pay the regular price for the full size though. I just think it's too expensive, and there's other gels that work just as well. The next thing that I have is a little Schwa sample, and that is the Shiseido Perfecting Stick Concealer in Natural Light, which was just a touch too dark for me, but it was in this little container here. So this was an okay concealer. It worked pretty well. I don't notice that it really stayed like a super long time or anything like that. It did a fine enough job. I'd probably never go out and purchase the full size of it though, because I just don't feel like it was that amazing. The next thing that I have, I've mentioned in favorites videos before, this is the Japanesque Radiance Primer. This is just like a little sample, and I actually have another one of this size. I had used this up last year around this time and I'd liked it. I liked it for a while when I was using it, and then I stopped liking it as much, and then I liked it again. I kind of go through phases in this. I don't think I like it as much anymore as I liked it when I first started using it, but it is a good primer. It works a lot better when my skin is more on the dry side. When I'm oily, it doesn't really help my makeup stay on any better, and I feel like my makeup slips and slides a lot easier when I use it. So I think it kind of depends on the time of year when I use this. It's going to be kind of dependent on that. The last product that I have here, I've been working on using up in my project pan. If you guys are interested in checking that out, I'll leave a link here. But this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Under Eye Primer. This is something I bought because I had used the Smashbox Under Eye Hydrating Primer thing, and I'd liked that, and I heard that this was maybe a dupe for it. I don't really like it that much. I don't feel like it does that much. I don't need it. I feel like I kind of miss it in my routine just because I got into the habit of using it before I used my concealers, but I don't think it's anything that I need, and I probably won't purchase it again. Next category that I have here are facial products. So I have the Up and Up Makeup Remover Cleansing Towelettes. These are just a 25 pack. I don't use these every night necessarily, but I had these from traveling, and then they were starting to get dried out a little bit, so I used them up. I like these. I think that they work pretty well. They remove a lot of my face makeup except for like my eye makeup, and I usually have to use a separate eye makeup remover no matter what wipes I use for those. So I actually have another pack of these, or a couple packs of these, because my husband picked them up when they were on sale because there was like the 25% off of Beauty or whatever it was. So I would continue to repurchase these. I think they're great for just easy, quick facial makeup remover stuff. Next thing I have here is a sample, and all this stuff has come off of it, but it is the Algenist Eye Renewal Balm. This I got from a Play by Sephora box a couple of months back, which I unboxed. If you want to check that out, you can look back on my channel. This I liked okay. I didn't think it was anything amazing. I probably wouldn't run out and purchase a full size of it. It was just okay. It was eye cream. It worked. The next thing that I have here is one of my favorite face washes ever. This is the Origins Checks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. This I got with like a sample set from Sephora, and it lasted a really long time. You really don't need very much of this at all for it to go a long way. It is one of my favorite face washes ever. It does a nice job of balancing out my skin without it feeling too over dried or feeling like it's oily or anything like that. It's a great morning cleanser, I think, and I really enjoy it. I would consider buying the full size of this, and I don't often buy high-end like face washes. I just don't think that they're worth it to wash off your face, but I really enjoy this one. Then my other face wash that I have is the one that I use pretty much every night. This is the Proactive Extra Strength Formula Cleanser. I have the one in extra strength. I've been using this since high school. My skin is very acne prone. I've had a hard time finding things that work for me, and Proactive is one of the few things, and I had to go to the extra strength version because that was the one that worked for me when I was in high school. I still get breakouts and things like that, but it keeps my skin a lot clearer. I'm kind of scared to stop using it, even though I know benzoyl peroxide is not great for you. I'm gonna keep using it anyway. So my cats are like in full out attack mode right now, and they're super hardcore attacking each other. So I apologize if you hear like cat fighting happening in the background, because they are being insane, but I can't really do anything about it right now. So sorry about that. That's what all like the thuds and the noises are. All right, next up are hair care products. So the first thing that I have is the hair dye. You've seen this several times before. This is the Schwarzkopf Color Ultime Flaming Reds in 5.28 Cocoa Red. This is one of my favorite hair dyes of the last little while. My hair stays like a nice reddish color. It's pretty much the color that's on the box right now. It lasts longer than some of the other ones that I had really gotten into using last year. It works pretty well. I can last about 5 or so weeks, 6 weeks before I have to re-dye it because it's faded or because I have roots growing in and things like that. But I really like this. It's usually about 10 bucks. It's a little bit more expensive, but I am a fan of it, and I can usually find a color that I really like in it. Next up is a shampoo. You guys saw the conditioner for this last Empties video. This is the Carol's Daughter Sacred Tiara Anti-Breakage, Anti-Frizz, Sulfate-Free Shampoo. This I actually really like. I like the packaging for it. I appreciate that there's a pump on it. I feel like that's really nice. It smells pretty good. I'm a big fan. I have another of the conditioners that I bought. These are on sale at CVS all the time. This is a little bit cheaper than the Carol's Daughter stuff that you'll find at Ulta. They don't have the same lines between like CVS and Target and Ulta. But I really like it. I would probably buy more of these because I think that they're pretty good. And then I have 2 hair care samples here. I have the Bamboo Luminous Shine Conditioner, which I didn't really notice a huge difference. This lasted me just 1 use and I didn't notice anything amazing about it. And then I have the Matrix Oil Wonders Amazonian Controlling Oil. This I didn't notice anything huge either. This one, it's like there's a bunch of ways you could use it. I tended to use this as a kind of finishing treatment or after conditioning. It was fine. There's other oils that I think work just as well. It's nothing that blew me out of the water that I would probably buy a full size. And then I have a dry shampoo here. This is the Detox Dry Shampoo, and it's supposed to prolong your blowout. This is from Dry Bar. This I liked okay. My biggest problem when I have dry shampoos is that my hair is so dark and they often leave white casts. This I really liked if I would use it the night before and let it sink in. I don't know if it's my favorite ever that I've tried, but it did do a really, really good job if I used it the night before. If I used it the morning of, if I was trying to use it because I suddenly decided I wasn't going to wash my hair that day, then I usually had problems because there was a huge white cast with it. So I had mixed feelings on it. I loved it if I used it the night before, but I really had to plan ahead then if I did it that way because otherwise I couldn't use it in the morning very easily. Alright, next up are kind of the body care products here. So the first thing that I have is a Bath & Body Works Ultra Shea Body Cream. These are the 24-hour moisture ones. I really, really prefer these to any of their other lotions I've tried. So this one was in Cashmere Glow, which smells pretty good. I don't know, there's something about it that isn't like my absolute favorite. I like it, but I don't love it. So it's Golden Peach, Lily Petals, Shimmering Vanilla, and Cashmere Musk. I think it's maybe the peach that I don't love in this, but I really like this formula. It is very, very moisturizing and it does a great job that way. I usually use this on my legs before I go to bed. Huge fan of this particular formula, maybe not this scent though. I also have 2 hand soaps from Bath & Body Works. I have Sun Ripened Raspberry and Honolulu Sun. This one smelled a little bit like dirt to me, almost. I don't know. I think this one's supposed to be more like a sunscreeny type scent, but I didn't really like it all that much. And then Sun Ripened Raspberry I got because it was like very nostalgic for me. My mom used to have this one all the time, but I don't really like this one anymore, so neither of these would I go back and get those scents from, but I don't mind their foaming hand soaps. I usually try to buy those when there's deals going on. Then I have a Suave Tropical Coconut Conditioner. This I don't use for my hair. I use as a shave moisturizer type thing, shave gel. This I like because like if you get the spray shave gels, those always wash off my skin the minute the water hits them when I'm taking a shower. This stays on a little bit better and I find that it moisturizes my legs a little bit. So it's super cheap, it lasts a really long time, and it's great that way. So I would suggest using it this way or using like your old conditioners from hair dyes if you've never used those. That's a great way to use them up because they work pretty well that way. I also used up a body wash, and this is one of my all-time favorite body washes. This is the Dove Winter Care body wash, and so this is a limited edition one. It only comes out in the winter time, but I absolutely love this body wash. It is one of my absolute favorites. I have like one that I just put in my shower, and then I still another backup from last year because my husband bought me a bunch of them. They are my favorites. The smell is not the best. Like, I've gotten used to it and I like it. It's just a very soapy, clean scent, but it is highly, highly moisturizing. I'm a big fan of these. I think they're great. I have a Vaseline lotion that I got in like a Walmart beauty box, I think, and this is the Vaseline Intensive Care Advanced Repair lotion, and it's supposed to be the rich version. This one I really didn't like. It says it has micro droplets of Vaseline jelly in it. I found that my hands felt very sticky after I used this. It like never dried down and my hands just felt sticky for a long time, but not necessarily hydrated. So I would never buy a full size of this. It was not my favorite by any means. Next up, I have some razor blades. These are the Dorco Shy 3+3 razor blades. And I actually have two of them here. One of them I dropped in the shower and I broke off the handle part to it so that it didn't connect to the handle anymore. And then one I used up. These are some of my all-time favorite razor blades and razors. They are super cheap. I went back to using a Venus just to see in comparison to the Dorco, just to kind of compare those. And I think these last just as long as the Venus ones, and they're way, way cheaper. If you guys are interested in checking out Dorco, I will leave a referral link down below. I believe it gives you guys like 20% off or something to that effect, and then I get a 5% back for the referral. They are super cheap. They're good quality. They last just as long as the Venus ones in my opinion, and I like them a lot. So highly recommend. Oh, these are the ones that have like kind of a pivot to them, so they like bend in the middle so they better kind of shape your knees, which I'm a fan of. I think these are great. They're my favorites. The next thing that I have here is a wrapper from one of the Fortune Cookie soaps. It's the Pit of Despair Steam Me Up Scotty. Basically this little square that you put in the shower that it releases like some scent type stuff that's supposed to be clearing. I would usually use it when I was sick and I wanted to decongest a little bit. These I am not a huge fan of. I will use them when I get them, but I don't feel like they do that much. Like I smell it for the first 30 seconds maybe, and then it disappears and I don't smell it anymore. So I don't really think these are worth it. I would never purchase one off the site. I use them when I get them in my Fortune Cookie soap box, but they're not my favorite things ever. I also used up a little sample toothpaste here. This is the Tom's Anti-Plaque and Whitening Fluoride-Free Toothpaste and Peppermint. I got this in one of the boxes, Walmart, Target, something like that. I actually didn't mind this too bad. I usually use the Crest 3D White, and I had used that one up and I had a few samples, so I'm working on using those. And some of them I just hate. Like there was a Crest Pro Health one that I used that I hated. But this one I actually didn't mind too bad, and it is more of a natural toothpaste, so I might look into more of these in the future because I actually liked it fairly well. And then I have a nail product here. This is the Out the Door Top Coat. Mine has a little bit left at the bottom, but I can't really get to it so that my nails end up getting bubbly by the time that I like shake it around and can get it out of the bottle. I really like this top coat. I think it does a great job. It dries really fast. It really helps me keep my nail polish on. I don't feel like that my tips wear off too badly. The top coat I'm using now is an Essie. It's like the new gel one that you are supposed to be able to use without a light. And that one, I feel like the tips of my nails wear out really easily. This one, not so much. I like this one a lot. It's pretty cheap, and I would probably purchase it again. The last category that I have here are fragrance empties. So I have a bunch of candles and then a wax empty. This is the Better Homes and Gardens Tranquil Garden Spa. If you have watched past Empties videos, you see this quite often. This is the bigger pack of it that you can get from Walmart for like less than $5. I love this scent. It is very like fresh and clean smelling, but it's very sweet at the same time. This is my favorite. I always stock up on this when I actually go to Walmart, and it is amazing, and it smells like the smell lasts for quite a while. I love this scent. This is my absolute favorite wax melt smell of all time. Alright, next up are several candles that my husband used up that I just thought I would share with you guys. This first one was on clearance from Target, so it was only $7.48, and this is the Vetiver and Cardamom 3-wick soy wax candle. This was from Vineyard Hill, it says. This is a very manly scent, but my husband really, really liked this one. He was a big fan of this one, and he would probably purchase it again, I think, if he found it. This one didn't burn that well, so he had to melt around the edges for it to burn straight down. This one burned better, but he didn't like this one as much. This one is the Pure Natural Indonesian Sandalwood, and this one I actually prefer. Personally, for me, I prefer this one to this one. This one has a little bit more sweetness to it. I assume we also got this one at Target. I don't know. He didn't love this one. This one took him a long time to burn up and use up. This last one that my husband used up is the Chesapeake Bay Candle Tobacco Cedar scent, and he really likes the tobacco-y type scents. This one burned really cleanly. Like if you look at the bottom, there's a lot of wax gone. He really liked this one. It smells like, you know, more of like a smoke type scent, but he likes these more manly type scents in his computer room. So he really liked this one. I think of the three, this one was his favorite. All right, the last two are ones that I kind of picked out and burned. The first one is the Hot Buttered Rum from White Barn. This one I didn't love. I ordered this one online, I think, so I was just kind of guessing that I would like it, and I didn't really like it all that much. I basically burned it just to use it up, but I would not repurchase this one again. Not my favorite. It's more of a sweet scent, but there's something about it that I just don't love. It's supposed to be an indulgent blend of buttered rum, vanilla, and a hint of smooth caramel. I just didn't love this one, so I wouldn't repurchase that one. And then the last empty product for this one is the Nature's Wick that has Vanilla Dolce, Apple Tree, and Bonfire Nights. I feel like there's a lot of wax left in this one, but it doesn't burn anymore. I suppose I could try to put it on a wax melter. I don't know. This type of candle, these nature wick ones, are some of my absolute favorite. They are more expensive at Target, but they have like the crackling sound, so like the wood wick type candle, it's the same idea. And this particular set smelled really nice. All three of the scents I really enjoyed, and it burned for a very long time. Like, most of these candles don't last nearly as long. This one burned forever, and it was awesome. So I would definitely repurchase this particular candle, and this particular brand I'm a really big fan of. If you've tried out any of these products, let me know, or if you have any suggestions for like good manly scents for candles, or like any particular scents of this nature wicks that you've tried out that you loved, let me know that as well. If you've done an Empties video, leave that for me in the comments below, or if you guys have finished up any good products recently that you would recommend or not recommend based on using them, also leave that for me in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.